At the latest City Council workshop, Naper Settlement presented their vision for the future with plans for a new cornerstone building, Scott's Block, with a project price tag of $30 million. The building would be a replica of the original, a community gathering place for Napervillians at the turn of the 20th century. The future Scott's Block would be an exhibition center where the museum could expand its ability to tell stories and share some of its 55,000 artifacts.
We are looking 15, 20 years down the road. And we have some amazing stories in this city, amazing stories that are far beyond the scope of what our city is. And it's so important that we tell those stories to the future generations.
Scott's Block would open in 2031, in time for Naperville's bicentennial. To help make that happen, the settlement asked for a $10 million contribution from the city. The council supported the concept, but were concerned with the size of the request and their current debt obligations. The remaining 2/3 of the cash would come from federal and state grants as well as private funding.
The idea is that we would be delivering back to the city and to the community an asset that is an economic engine and an asset that essentially would have cost, in however way it is divided, about 1/3 of its actual cost. So getting a more or less 200% return on investment is pretty good for the city.
The city of Naperville owns the almost 13-acre campus and its buildings and would be the deed holder on this new building as well. Council members discussed putting a referendum on the upcoming April ballot to weigh community support and alternative funding ideas.
Because it does actually fit nicely in terms of the Sikh mission. It is absolutely a cultural amenity. And so I think it's right in the wheelhouse of that fund. It just doesn't have the fund power to support it.
Council agreed to take the request under consideration, stressing that they want to gather input from residents about the potential investment before taking any action.